Hey guys, Cowboy Brett coming to you from the Alfalfa Bale studio here. Wanted to visit with you guys today about your marriage and your goal with your marriage. What is it you're wanting to accomplish with your marriage? What are you looking for in a marriage? And why'd you get married in the first place? When I was a young man, when I was dating a young lady, we may be in a relationship for several months to a year or two. And then when that relationship ended for whatever reason, my first thought process was, you know what? I'm going to be like my buddies, stay single. I'm going to flirt with them all. I'm going to dance with all the girls. I'm going to have a good time, live life large. And that's going to be me for the next little bit. And what I figured out is that that is not the way the good Lord designed old Brett. So what I figured out about myself was that I need to have a female companion in my life. That's what completes me. And I like women. I love women. I enjoy pestering the daylights out of them. They're so much fun. But they complete me. And so I wanted to have a long-term committed relationship, a marriage that was going to last forever. My grandparents I saw last for, 50 and 60 years. My parents, unfortunately, didn't make it that far because my dad passed away early on. But the bottom line is I wanted to have a long-term relationship. And so I treat my wife like a queen, very chivalrous in my manners. I make sure that she knows that she's my number two priority, number one being God, and that's it. So she's got all the limelight here on this earth. And because of that, it lets her know how important she is to me and how important our marriage is. I don't want to ever fight with my wife. We rarely fight. We're always cutting up and laughing and carrying on. But the reason being is when we got married, I didn't get married to my current wife till I was 39 years old. And she wants the same thing out of life. She wants to have a long-term committed relationship and to go through life with someone who can be a partner for her and a partner in crime, so to speak. And so when we talked about getting married and fulfilling a life together, we set a goal. She wants me to be around for the next 50 years, and I want to do that too. We want to celebrate a 50th anniversary together. Well, when you get started at 39, it's, you got to live to 89 just to make that happen. That's the way the math works, at least here in Oklahoma, right? So I know we both got to make it to age 89 before we can hit that 50-year goal. Well, guess what? That's kind of exciting to me because, one, I've got a partner I can lock arms with and know that no matter what, we've got a goal to focus on. And so I'm curious to know what your goal is in your marriage. What are you trying to pull? Not trying to pull, I don't mean that in a negative sense, but what is your motivation? What are you trying to do in your marriage? Is it just something where you made a commitment and now you're just kind of running through the motions, or are you putting effort into it to make it something thriving and inviting and fulfilling for both you and for your spouse? Because if you're not, man, you can turn that around in a heartbeat. All you got to do is put a little effort into it, and it can be a different deal for you. But the thing I get tickled about it with us, focusing on a 50-year marriage, and both of us having lived to 89 to make it happen, that's a long ways out there. And so one of the things that I've noticed as I've gotten older is that when you've got goals in life, when you're, north of 70, 75, 80 years old, as long as you've got something you're working toward, you've got something to live for. And that's something, I'm not even 50 yet, but I know that there's going to be things like that will push me and help me focus on to be able to reach those goals. And now I'm kind of rambling. I need to kind of pull off of that a little bit, I guess. But I guess that's what I'm saying is, what is your goal and how are you going to make that happen? What are you putting into your marriage, into your relationship to make sure that it's going to have that 50-year, golden anniversary? Are you expecting everything out of your marriage and expecting your spouse to provide everything for you? Or do you realize that it's 100%, 100%? It's not 50-50, it's 100%, 100%. You've both got to be putting in 100% to be able to make it work. And if you're not putting in 100%, man, I encourage you to kind of do some self-evaluation and figure out, what am I trying to accomplish? What do I want my marriage to look like? Because I got news for you. When the kids are grown and gone, if you still have kids at home, college age and younger, and they're still at the house, at some point they're going to get out of the house. And you're going to be left with your spouse and your thoughts. And that could be a scary thing if you don't have a relationship with your spouse. And that's where I see a lot of marriages that really kind of struggle, or they can blossom when the kids get grown and gone. It's amazing to see what can happen in that time frame. So I'd encourage you to kind of figure out what it is you're looking for and go from there.